need my tickets for tomorrow. You won't be fun. I need my tickets for tomorrow.
There you go. You ready? Yeah.
I'm set to be quiet. I'm not going to set the back. Listen. Fuck out of here, bitch. Fuck out of here. Fuck with me, bitch. Fuck with me. Fuck with me, bitch. Fuck with me. 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 Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm knocking up. Fuck out. Go ahead. In front of your kids. Hold on, y'all move. I couldn't take me the other side. I will fuck this bitch up. Mommy, I don't want you to
Síguete metiendo con una de Puerto Rico cuando tú veas. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Now, you need to go. What is it, girl? I swear to God.
POPAVIST made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes. They go.
Ooh la la, ah we.
She go.
Ooh la la, ah we.
We go.
Ooh la la, ah we.
They go.
Ooh la la, ah we. Ooh la la,
Ah we.
ooh la la,
Ah we.
ooh la la, ah we.
Enough.
Ooh la la.
Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like where's the bread? What it do, YouTube? You're now tuned in. POPAVIST. POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. If it's your first time, then come on in. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button before you exit left if you rock with what we do over here. That be sports, hip-hop, entertainment, Popavisms 101, and motivation. If that sounds like something you can rock with, then that's what we deal with. But you know how I do. You know how I start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We ain't in any game now. And we is in the end game, people. We in the end game because this is July, even though it's about this, the 8th, the 9th. The month just starting. 6 months already passed by. So if your credit is still messed up and you've been watching me, then hello, we do it for you, the people in the back. Yeah, hit the link below and let's get to work. Let's get that credit fixed. All it takes is about good 6-7 months, depending on what's on your credit report, far as in the negative. Like if it's some wild stuff, it may take a little longer. But if you ain't in a bad situation like that, then you actually can fix your credit quicker than you think. So just keep that in mind. We also in the end game. Oh, because you see the clip, right? Oh, her sister going crazy in the Puerto Rican, in the Puerto Rico airport. I'm not sure which one she was at, but I heard the brother say PR. So I'm assuming they was in Puerto Rico. Wilding, like, in all her glory in front of the kids. And this, you know, obviously, I be in the comments. See, I be in the comments seeing what people, getting the temperature of what people are saying about certain things. They mind frame, why are they saying this? What direction are they going with it? What stance, you know, what side of the gun line they standing on and why? And a lot of times it be trolls. You already know. I already spoke about this. And the other video, the internet is just filled with super trolls. So you don't really know what to believe, what not to believe, if people is being sincere, if they being funny or not, because just the comments just be outrageous. But in this particular situation, y'all see the lady, she's being denied, or she's on a no-fly list for whatever reason. Obviously, people in the comments was like, it's clear why she's on the no-fly list. She's bugging out. She got her little son there. She got the even little, the younger daughter, who just kept saying, Mommy, don't do this, and I don't want you to go to jail. You even can hear the little girl saying, I don't want you to fuck him up. Like, you know what I mean? Repeating what the mother was saying to one of the, the TSAs and the people that, handle these situations. So she just wilded out. Like, she walked away, came back, grabbed the pole, looked like she was going to hit somebody, messed up the computers and stolen the phone and just acting the fool. And clearly she was having a bad day, right? Like, clearly. But for the most part, women was, speaking of the mental, health issue. And they were saying, obviously, she's dealing with mental problems. She's a mental health person, clearly, right? Because nobody in their right mind does stuff like this, right? We see people like this all the time in the areas, communities we come from, you know what I mean? Like, they walk around, especially if you in a certain areas, like people you seen for years, like since you was a kid growing up, doing the same stuff in the neighborhood you live in for years, 20 years, 15 years, 30 years, dare I say. You'd be like, damn, this person is still around with these mental health, issues, walking the street, doing loud outbursts, just doing the most. Not really bothering nobody for the most part. That's why they allowed to stay in the neighborhoods. But it's like, where do they go home at? Because all of them are not homeless. You know what I mean? When they go to the hospitals, they just let them out, and they back on the street doing what they do. Just walking around, just doing, doing crazy shit. Talking to themselves real loud, again, just random outbursts. They be around for years, some of them. You know what I mean? And then some of them disappear, and you don't even know what happens to them. But the point is, mental health is a very big thing, and but your black community, yeah, is very big in our community. But the thing is, should people that are like this for whatever reason, should they be punished or penalized when they do certain things like this woman did at this airport? Say she is a mental health, person, that she's in and out. Say she got a history. When you come to the airport and you come to places like this with your 2 children, with other people around, other children around, and the climate of how we living now, we see so much brutal shit. World star, like, you just now, some of the TSAs would have just came and just did her filthy. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen these clips over and over and over. Fortunately for her, like the people pointed out in the comments, it looked like the brother was black. I mean, he could have been a dark-skinned Puerto Rican, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have those. You have people of dark-skinned complexion that's of other ethnicities, just not but you're black. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, he's Dominican, yeah. Blacker than me, blacker than you in the back, right? So he do look, black or African American or whatever you have you, and he kind of like just grabbed her a little bit, like kind of was walking her off away from the crowd and the scene that she just caused. And was like, yo, what's going on? You bugging out. But imagine if it was, the other man or just other people that was just like, nah, we don't care if she got mental health issues. She picked up the pole, the thing, the whole little velvet rope and all that, so people could stand in line. Yeah, she picked up one of those and try to, go hand, harder than a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kids right there, like I said, then the son, he didn't even really have the same reaction as his sister. He just was kind of like been through this shit before, seen this shit 1,000 times. This shit is are you not entertained? Like, are you not entertained? Like, this shit ain't funny to y'all? Because I got to deal with this shit on a regular basis back at home. Like, this shit is Broadway for me. And then the little girl, obviously, she seen it one too many times. Like, she tired of seeing this shit, probably. The way she was screaming and hollering and just sounds so, traumatized. So it's like, damn, this shit's crazy out here. So the question is, out of all that, should these people go to jail? Because again, it seemed like a lot of people was giving her passes, but some of the people was like, nah, this bitch need to be locked up, like ASAP. You could do all of the mental health and care about her mental health later, but right now she need to be locked up for assault. And, on PopAVIST TV, yeah, We full transparency. Y'all know the rest. Y'all can see, right? So my answer is, although people may be struggling with, mental health issues, they should still face the law, even though it may be a little variant. Like Tony, there was no other way. You may have to do it a little differently because they are touched, they special, they don't have it all. But yes, they still need to be, penalized and punished like everybody else. Definitely should be some consequences for their actions, like everybody. And y'all already know. I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail. So y'all already know. I done been on, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, everybody should be, you know what I mean, scrutinized and have consequences to the shit that they do. Moving on, though. Game 2 tonight, right? Game 2, NBA Finals. Are you watching or are you not watching? I seen a little last snippet of the last game 1. Well, this is what I want to talk about. Not only game 2, I think the Suns gonna win tonight. I think the spread is like 3. Picking the Suns again. I think they're just a better team right now. Unless Giannis can really show that he's back to 100%. But I want to talk about Devin Booker, Chris Paul, because this is like the Chris Paul finals now, right? Like veteran, point guard, and Hall of Famer, which he is. He's all of these things. So let's give him his props. Let's give him his flowers while he can hear us. Yeah, that part. And they're probably going to win, even if it's in 6 or 7 games. You know what I mean? NBA like to play with us sometimes. You know what I mean? Get that money on the bat line. But with that being said, I want to commend, you know what I mean, Devin Booker, because he is the better player, right? He is the superstar on that team. And even though Chris Paul in the finals and the playoffs, don't talk to me about playoffs, and throughout the regular season has showed his worth, he's been showing it. He's still not the best player on the team. It's Devin Booker. But Devin Booker is sitting back. Like, I know they're going, talk about the Hall of Fame. They're going to give him his flowers. And, I'm on this ride too. He's not really trying to take the shine away. He's sitting back, knowing, like, if we get that bling blow, like your wrist bling bling, my shit bling blow. Like, if he get the bling blow, he know that's going to elevate him to a whole nother level over a lot of his peers. So he not causing no friction. He just doing what he do. He happy that he did for the leadership. Like, nah, enjoy it right now. I'm on for the ride too. I'm going to get the bling bling. I'm going to try to get another one. But he not trying to, cause confusion or have, like, people looking at him with the side eye. He playing his part, and when you on the winning team, that's a good look. And a lot of times people don't know how to play their part. They always want to, get the most shine or take control and be the alpha and, get all of the glory, like, glorious purpose. Like the Loki series, like glorious purpose. You want to go out with the glorious purpose when you fuck up a good situation, then be by yourself or be on the bad team, getting all of the glory, but not winning. And like Rick Ross says, you niggas losing. Look like you could use us. You know what I mean? Like, for the people in the back, yeah, you be fucking up good situations just to have all of, on your own. And it doesn't have that same feeling. Like, that feeling, when I talk about it in the show, yeah, it don't have that feeling. So kudos to him for not letting his pride and his, young self get in the way. Like, nah, this shit, first finals, Phoenix, I've been here all these years. Then he just come in and now we winning. No, he coming because he came to a good team as well. But that ain't really the narrative. It's like, nah, he came, he showed him the way, and he never been to the big dance either. And I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying that he's able to sit back and say, nah, when we get this bling blah, that's going to elevate me up crazy. And then we're going to do it again. And then obviously, he got the mama mentality. Rest in peace, Kobe. You seen the interview with him and Malika Andrews. Oh, yeah, because she's covering the finals now again. Rachel Nichols, Maria Taylor, and all that craziness, ESPN. And I just watched the ill video with, I was going to say Stuart Scott, rest in peace, but I meant to say Dan Levitar, who showed that I like, because he's definitely full transparency too. And it's like, damn, ESPN is kind of looking at y'all with the super funny y'all know. Y'all got a lot of crazy shit going over there to be the worldwide leader in sports and then backed by Disney. Like, hello, you play to win the game. Yeah, you play to win the game. You don't just play it to play it. Let's get to this last thing. because she back in the news, right? I mean, she been in the news for a little while. And that's, you know, Sha'Carri Richardson. She's a runner, she's a track star. Yeah, her, right? So some dude from TMZ Sports ran up on her at the airport. And let's look at it real quick.
How are you? I'm the biggest fan of you. I love watching you run, and I feel for you so much, having everything that's happened. How are you feeling about everything?
How did you just find me?
You're fine?
I said, how did you just find me?
I saw your shoes. I saw your shoes say Sha'Carri on them.
I mean, I'm fine. I understand the situation that's going on, so I'm accepting of it, and I just know what I have to do moving forward in my career.
What about being like not allowed in the relay? That occurs after your ban is up. How did you feel when that news came down that you weren't allowed in the relay as well?
Honestly, that news didn't bother me because me and my team were realistic, so we kind of figured that they would say that in the first place. And plus, if my talent is good enough for me to run on a relay, why isn't it good enough for me running my open? So it just
100%.
Right. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that, honestly. But yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much.
No problem.
Are you going to watch the Olympics? Can I just ask? Are you going to watch the event you would have been in?
I'll be watching some races.
Some races.
Yeah.
Yours though?
All right, so y'all see the dude from TMZ run up on her, and the first thing she asked, she like, how you find me? And he like, oh, I noticed your shoes. It got Sha'Carri, you know what I mean? And so I don't know if those are her signature shoes or not. I don't know if she had the big, you know, name on it or not. But people was like, nah, they doxing her. They, you know, they know her flights and all that. I'm just say this. I don't know if they doing that to her or not, but I do know TMZ be everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, they be everywhere. They pop out the bushes on you. They right there at LEX no matter where you at. And then I also know, and I won't say how I know, some of these people, oh, they call TMZ on the bat line for themselves, for publicity. Like, yeah, 1.5 million, no names, no serial numbers, like the purple tape, yeah. Like, built for Cuban links, no names, 1.5 million. They be on the bat line calling these people like, yeah, we gonna be over here. So when we walk out the restaurant, y'all can just pop up and, you know what I mean? They do it like that, believe it or not. I know for some people that didn't know that, that's just like, word. But I want to say she handled the, you know, I guess the interview, the pop-up shop, you know what I mean? Like, come shop with Pop, you know what I mean? On Instagram, come get the fly joints. Yeah, that part. But people still want to, like, you know, she did what she did. She held up to it. And it is what it is. I think she handled homie just popping out on her out of nowhere very well. She probably should have some security with her too from now on. Like, she's a runner, she's a track star, but she is really small. She probably could get up out of there on you real fast, but she still probably should have at least one person with her. It's like, where's the manager? Where's the coach? You know what I mean? Or she's still in training. And I'm going to just say this last thing too. You know what I mean? I really haven't heard nobody say, what if she did what she did, which is smoke marijuana? Go see the other video I did on my thoughts on weed, yeah, Buddha, endo, chronic, poison, all that shit. And what if she self-sabotaged herself? Like, what if she didn't even really want to go over there? What if she wanted to just grieve, be out the spotlight? She probably ain't thinking through or whatever, but I just want to say sometimes when you strive for greatness or you on your path to be your best self, for whatever reason, not everybody does this, but people do it. They sabotage their own selves from being successful. They put shit in the way or they make it harder than they have to. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's what she did. It's possible if she just wanted to grieve and be left alone. It's just too bad she lived in the fishbowl and everybody wanted to take a peek. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was like, hello? You know what I mean? Who's that peeping at my window? Wow. The feds on me now. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And if that's the case, that's the case. Why do people self-sabotage? Again, maybe they don't see themselves at the top, or maybe it's still doubt, or, you know, not fully believing. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying again it's her, because she already proved, you know, she could perform on, you know, the highest level. That's why you rarely hear me. I may have an opinion, but it's really a knock on the people that's considered the best at what they do. Like, you know what I mean? There's not too many people that can claim like, yo, I'm the best this, I'm the best that. That's only selected and reserved for a very few. Everybody else after that is after. Not saying you can't be good, you can't be great, but it's like, yeah, the best singer or the best artist or the best this, the best cooker, the best movie writer. There's only going to be a few. That's why they have the Oscars and do all the shit to people like the crown, the people that's the best, at least for that 1 year. So I mean, you never really, hear me knock or, I may have an opinion about how they do things. That's just everybody, everyday people. We're just, we always going to have an opinion, but not knocking them for the shit that they doing, because they doing it on a way higher, grander scale than many of us ever will do it on. But with that being said, self-sabotage happen all the time. The thing is, you got to know when you self-sabotaging yourself how to stop the bleeding so that you can get back on track and doing what you do. Oh yeah, POPAVIST, hip-hop, sports, interviews, motivation. Yeah, this is motivation for you. You gotta self-correct, especially if you don't have people in your circle that's, one, it's not yes men and women that's gonna say, oh nah, you kind of fucking up right now, or you kind of doing X, Y, Z. All right, cool, we're gonna get over it, but let's get back on track. Let's get more focused. You already know what it is. It's your boy, POPAVIST. You're now tuned in. POPAVIST TV. That's my show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted. Yeah, all that part. Hit the subscribe button on the way out if you ain't do it already. That feeling, yeah, kid.